Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a serene river, lived a young man named Kai. Kai was known throughout the village for his ambition and his relentless pursuit of success. He had dreams that reached as high as the mountains that surrounded their tranquil home. One crisp autumn morning, Kai decided it was time to set out on his journey to attain success. He believed that success was his destiny and that nothing could stand in his way. Little did he know, his journey would be far more challenging than he ever imagined. As Kai embarked on his quest, he soon encountered a wise old Zen master named Sensei Hoshi. Sensei Hoshi was known throughout the land for his wisdom and insight into the human spirit. Kai, eager to reach his destination of success, approached the master and asked, "Sensei, can you guide me on the path to success?" Sensei Hoshi looked at Kai with eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of centuries. He replied, "Success is a journey, young one, and it is not just about reaching the destination. Along the way, you will face 3 formidable enemies. These enemies will test your resolve and your character. If you can conquer them, success will be yours." Kai was intrigued and asked, "What are these 3 enemies, Sensei?" Sensei Hoshi smiled gently and began to tell a story that would change Kai's life forever. Chapter 1: The Shadow of Doubt. Kai continued on his journey, fueled by his ambition and the wisdom of Sensei Hoshi. But as he walked, a shadowy figure began to follow him. This figure whispered words of doubt into Kai's ear. "You're not good enough," it hissed. "You don't have what it takes to succeed." Kai tried to ignore the voice, but it grew louder and more insistent with each step. Doubt began to creep into his mind like a thick fog, clouding his judgment and sapping his confidence. One evening, as Kai set up camp by a tranquil stream, the shadowy figure emerged from the darkness. It took the form of a mirror, and Kai found himself staring at his own reflection. The reflection seemed distorted, showing all his flaws and insecurities. "Why bother, Kai?" it whispered. "You'll never amount to anything." Kai was overwhelmed by self-doubt. He sat by the stream, lost in his thoughts, and wondered if he should give up on his quest for success. But then, he remembered Sensei Hoshi's words. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and whispered to himself, "I am capable, and I will not let doubt hold me back." With renewed determination, he continued his journey, leaving the shadow of doubt behind. Chapter 2: The Shadow of Fear. As Kai ventured further on his path, he encountered the second enemy of success, the shadow of fear. It was a looming presence that seemed to grow with every step he took. Fear whispered in his ear, "What if you fail, Kai? What if all your efforts are in vain?" Kai's heart raced, and he felt a shiver down his spine. He couldn't escape the grip of fear, and it paralyzed him. He found himself hesitating at every crossroads, unable to make decisions for fear of making the wrong choice. One moonlit night, as Kai lay beneath a canopy of stars, the shadow of fear materialized before him. It took the form of a colossal, menacing beast, its eyes filled with terror. "You cannot proceed," it roared. "The path ahead is treacherous, and failure awaits you." Kai felt his heart pounding in his chest, but then he remembered Sensei Hoshi's teachings. He knew that fear was just an illusion, a creation of his own mind. With newfound courage, he stood up and faced the looming beast. "I will not be controlled by fear," Kai declared, his voice unwavering. "I will embrace the challenges that lie ahead, for they are the stepping stones to success." The shadow of fear dissipated into the night, leaving Kai feeling stronger and more determined than ever. Chapter 3. The Shadow of Ego. Kai's journey continued, and he soon reached the third and most formidable enemy of success: the shadow of ego. This enemy was cunning and elusive, often lurking in the deepest corners of one's soul. Ego whispered seductively, "You are special, Kai. You deserve success more than anyone else. You are entitled to it." Kai, at first, was flattered by these words. He began to believe that he was superior to others and that success was his birthright. He started to look down upon those he met on his journey, thinking himself better than them. One day, while resting in a lush meadow, the shadow of ego took form. It appeared as a mirror once again, but this time it showed Kai a distorted image of himself as a king, ruling over a realm of adoring subjects. "You are destined to be a ruler," it whispered. "You are above the struggles of ordinary people." Kai was momentarily entranced by this vision, but then he remembered Sensei Hoshi's wisdom. He understood that ego was a trap that could lead to his downfall. With humility and a newfound sense of self-awareness, Kai shattered the illusion of his ego. He realized that success was not about superiority, but about growth, learning, and helping others along the way. Chapter 4. The Path to True Success. With the three shadows defeated, Kai continued on his journey with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. He had conquered doubt, fear, and ego, and in doing so, he had found a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. As Kai traveled, he encountered people who needed help, and he offered his assistance without expecting anything in return. He learned from his mistakes and setbacks, using them as stepping stones to progress. He formed deep and meaningful connections with others, realizing that success was not a solitary pursuit, but a shared journey. One day, as Kai stood atop a majestic mountain, he realized that success was not a destination, but a state of being. It was about the journey itself, the lessons learned, the growth experienced, and the positive impact made on others. Kai had become a true success, not because he had amassed wealth or fame, but because he had conquered the three shadows within himself and had found peace and contentment along the way. The wisdom of Sensei Hoshi. Kai's journey eventually led him back to the village where he had met Sensei Hoshi. He sought out the wise old master to express his gratitude and share the wisdom he had gained. Sensei Hoshi, sitting beneath a towering cherry blossom tree, listened to Kai's story with a serene smile. "You have learned well, young one," he said. "Success is not the absence of doubt, fear, or ego, but the ability to transcend them. It is the realization that the journey itself is the greatest reward." Kai nodded, his heart filled with gratitude for the guidance he had received. "Remember, Kai," Sensei Hoshi continued, "success is not a destination you reach once and for all. It is a way of life, a continuous journey." Moral of the story: the three shadows of success, doubt, fear, and ego, are not external enemies, but internal challenges that we must conquer on our journey to true success. Number 1. Doubt. Self-belief is the foundation of success. We must trust in our abilities and have faith in our dreams, even when faced with uncertainty. Number 2. Fear. Courage is the antidote to fear. Embrace challenges and failures as opportunities for growth, for they are the stepping stones to success. Number 3. Ego. Humility is the key to genuine success. It's not about feeling superior, but about learning, growing, and making a positive impact on others. True success is not defined by external achievements alone, but by the wisdom, character, and compassion we cultivate along the way. It is a lifelong journey of self-discovery and self-mastery, where the path itself becomes the ultimate reward. We hope you liked the video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate your support.